The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
Welcome to the show. I have so much stuff from over the weekend to play for you. And I think a good place to start is we are now seeing a resurgence. Well, was there ever really a break? I guess somewhat of a resurgence in comments about President Obama from birthers and from people who believe that while he technically may be an American, in his heart he isn't. Let's start with the first one, Lewis. This is Colorado Congressman Mike Coffman, who basically said in his heart, President Obama is not an American. Let's take a look at some of this video here if we can. Let's see. You know what? Let's give it a second, Lewis, actually, because we have somehow this thing has reset itself. I don't know how this is possible. Let's see if we can get this going. Anyway, this is a congressman who came out and said that in his heart, President Obama is not really an American. Then afterwards, he did what, Lewis?
Claimed that Obama was not born in this country?
No. Put out a written apology, apologizing simply for the letter of what he said, but of course never the spirit, as we see is quite common with these guys, isn't it?
I'm sure it was a disingenuous apology.
All right, let's see if we can get this going here. Okay, here we go. I think we have it.
Stuff until his closing remarks.
I don't know whether Barack Obama was born in the United States or not, but I do know this, that in his heart, he's not an American. He's just not an American.
Silence, and then applause. So people who were actually in the room said it wasn't like a very loud cheering type of situation. It was actually people were a little bit stunned, looked around. It was that awkward pause, and then realizing it's a set-up applause line, and he was waiting for the applause. They kind of felt obligated to give the guy a couple of claps. Afterwards, he said, I misspoke and I apologize. I have confidence in President Obama's citizenship. Imagine that. It's not about whether you have confidence anymore. These Republicans have turned politics where it's not about, I have confidence in President Obama's plan to create jobs. I have confidence in President Obama's plan to reduce terror around the world. I have confidence in the president's citizenship of this country. We've stooped pretty low, haven't we?
We have. This is a major talking point for how many high-level politicians and pundits and celebrities. It's insane.
The other thing is that it's not even like I misspoke is a really legitimate apology, right? It's like if I said on this show, I am a black man, and then I apologize and I say, unfortunately, yesterday I misspoke. I was confused and I made a mistake saying that I am in fact a black man. How do you misspeak about something that's so core to what you think? How do you accidentally say, when I said I just don't think in his heart he's an American, I misspoke in some sense. You didn't misspeak. You said something that got you into trouble and you regret saying it. That's all it is.
I mean, the ideal thing to say would be, I was wrong, I apologize.
Right.
Very rarely do we hear that.
This has to be a boost for the Democratic challenger in that district, Joe McCloskey, right?
Who knows? Who knows?
We need to know more about that district, I guess.